Today we're talking about New Year's resolutions. It's that time of year again. People have had a long year, it's been a tough life, COVID, all of this. And now you're starting to think about all the bad things you did throughout the year. All the little habits that haven't really gotten you any closer to where you want to be or who you want to be. So there's a lot of like new year, new me going around, a lot of hashtags, a lot of inspirational quotes, a lot of people talking about, no, next year I'm going to quit smoking, I'm going to eat healthy, I'm going to go to the gym. And you've seen this movie play out before. It will not last. Maybe you stick with it, maybe like 2 days, maybe 3 days. If you're lucky, you push for a week, then maybe you fall off the wagon, you try again. Maybe you stick with it for a whole month. But even that is really difficult. It's tough. You see this every year, especially in the gym. That first month, January, man, it's pumping in the gym. You see people there you've never seen before. People are going crazy. They're throwing weights around, hanging off the ceilings. It's mad. It's mad. And then after January, like slowly things start to fade out. You can see the resolutionists, those people who swore they were going to gym this year, they were going to work out, they were going to look after themselves. They start falling off the wagon and the gym becomes a normal place again. I want to make it very clear, I'm not judging anyone, okay? I'm not trying to preach to you. If anything, I'm just thinking out loud and let me give you an example of that. Just hold on. You see this little board, okay? This I made at the end of 2019 because I was in the same mood, okay? I was ready, I was gonna change my life, I was gonna become this amazing human being. So I decided to make myself a vision board. And if you just look at most of the things on here, like I didn't achieve any of it. First of all, I said I was gonna buy a GTI. Unfortunately, I've not yet been able to buy a GTI. I said I was gonna have this body, which I don't have that body yet. Two other things. I said I wanted to move down to Cape Town. I said I was gonna make enough money. I was gonna buy myself a nice apartment down there. I'm still living in Johannesburg. One big goal I had was to read 25 books, and you can still see the markings on here. I only read 6, no, 5, 6, 7. I read 7 books during 2020. There's a couple of things on here like quit smoking, so that I did. I actually quit smoking at the beginning of 2020 and I'm still clean, which I'm very proud of. But other stuff like I wanted to go to Thailand, never did that. And I wanted to start doing stand-up comedy, which I guess this is the closest thing. I haven't started any of these. It probably has to be said as well that COVID complicated a lot of it. Like I couldn't go to Thailand because of that. A lot of work got cancelled because of COVID. So it's not the best thing to go with, but I remember having these plans of like, I'm gonna wake up every morning at 5 o'clock and I'm gonna work out every day and I'm not gonna eat fast food anymore. All of these things, which I never did. I started maybe for the first couple of weeks and then again, it started fading out and now it's been 2 years and like nothing's really changed, you know? So as things go, I got to the end of this year. I had an amazing year, you know? I didn't do all of the things that I said I would, but I did have an amazing year. But I decided once again that next year was gonna be different. And we know, we've seen this movie before. So I went in and I sat down and I tried to figure out like, how can I really make 2022 a better year? How can I become better? And I watched a whole bunch of YouTube videos and a couple of people that I usually look to for inspiration. And all of it sort of boiled down to 2 things. So the first thing is motivation versus discipline, right? At the beginning of the year, you obviously have a lot of motivation. Like everyone's pumped up, you're gonna make a lot of money, things are gonna happen, it's gonna be a good year. But then like 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in, that motivation, sort of that enthusiasm, that starts to fade away. And that's when you need discipline. And if you don't have discipline from the beginning, then it's going to be tough to follow through with anything. So my biggest focus at the moment is to just become more disciplined. And I know this has been my problem most of my life. I didn't follow the rules. My parents didn't really keep tabs on me, so I was like doing my own thing. And I got used to being in an environment where like I could make the rules and I didn't have to be disciplined. I wasn't a bad kid. I wasn't being naughty, but like I just did my own thing. I didn't follow a schedule. I didn't stick to things. And now I need to sort of rewire that. I need discipline in my life. I need routine in my life. Because the fact of the matter is that most days you're going to wake up and you won't have a lot of motivation. And the only thing that's going to get you to do what you said you were going to do at that point is discipline. The second thing is about playing the long game. So if you really think about it and think about examples from your own life, it is very difficult to just completely change who you are as a person overnight. In fact, it's impossible. Like, you can't go on the 31st of January, you're smoking, you're drinking, you're vibing, and then the next day, all of a sudden, you're a changed person. It doesn't work like that. Life doesn't work like that. You've spent most of your life creating these bad habits and little things and becoming undisciplined, and that's become part of who you are. So for you to just change that all of a sudden, it's gonna take time. I've decided that I need to be more patient, and only thing I have to do is to be 1% better every single day. If I can just be 1% better, I think the math of it means that by the end of the year, you'll be 37 times better than you were at the beginning of the year. If you just improve by 1% every day. And it's all about the small habits. It's in the small things you do every day, It's in the waking up when you're supposed to wake up. It's about doing your 5-minute meditation. It's about going to the gym, even if it is just for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, to just do those little things and sort of ease yourself in. But if you are going to put too much pressure on yourself and have this expectation of like everything's going to change now, you will fail. Or at least that was the case for me, because I've tried this every single year. I try this every couple of months. But luckily now, because I've had time to just sort of sit down, reflect, and really think about things, I've realized that that's just what I need, is just to make sure that every day I just do a little bit something to edge me further towards where I want to be eventually. So for me at this point, I'm sort of avoiding New Year's resolutions. All the things that I want to change, I've already started. And that's why I'm putting this video out now. Is like, there's no reason for you to wait for the 1st of January to start changing things. You can start right now and sort of ease into it and just give yourself a better shot at actually achieving those things. I think sometimes there's too much hype around that first week of January, the new year. It doesn't change anything. So just start wherever you are, whenever you're seeing this. If you're seeing this in the middle of the year next year, you can just start tomorrow. It doesn't have to be the 1st of January. You can change whenever you want to. So like I said, I don't really have resolutions, but I've written down 3 things that I really want to work on in the next year. And what I'm doing is I'm setting up plans and sort of schedules to make sure I do those things. It's not about I want to do this and then I sort of try and get. There needs to be a plan with it. And my 3 things are: I want to live healthy. I've got a big issue with fast food. I can get Uber Eats about 4 times a week, maybe 5 times if I'm feeling frisky. That's something I need to change. So for me, it's going to be like doing meal prep at the beginning of every week, making sure that I have healthy food in my fridge, creating that environment that's going to help me to actually achieve that goal. The next thing for me is to be consistent. My biggest problem is I can start this new thing, I can start a new routine, but I'll do it for a week, maybe 2 weeks, and then I sort of give up. So for me, it's about just, once again, easing into it so I can actually give myself a proper shot to do it, but being consistent to make sure that I do it every single day. Because what happens with me is I'll do something for 2 weeks, I don't really see results, and then I just give up on it. I saw this one video about the curve of progress when you get new habits. It starts here at the bottom, and then for the first couple of weeks you don't really notice any difference, and then exponentially it starts going up. So I need to get to about this point, just to there. So that's about, let's say, 2 months, maybe 3 months. Just get through the first couple of weeks to there, and then I will hopefully become, I will hopefully become a better person. And the third thing for me, which is difficult to define, but it is to be brave. I've been scared of a lot of things in life, and I've sort of avoided seizing opportunities in life because I've been scared. And this year, I really want to be brave, and I want to attack life, and I want to have fun while doing it, but I want to pursue the things that I've always wanted to do. and this year is a good year for that. So there you have it, okay? I'm not hating on New Year's resolutions. Once again, I'm not judging you. I'm not trying to make you feel bad about anything. This is the way I'm trying to approach the new year because I don't want to fail again. I've failed every year that I've tried to do things except for quitting smoking. That's one thing I did. But there's a whole bunch of other things that I said I was going to do in 2014 and I still haven't followed through with it. So I want to be better this time, man. And I'm gonna make another video like 6 months down the line. I'm gonna keep myself accountable. We're gonna look at it and we'll see if I actually succeeded in doing those things. Another thing which is not part of my resolutions but it's part of my plan for the next year is I'm gonna be making a whole lot more of YouTube content. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a like. Please make sure that you're subscribed. Let me know what you thought about the video. And I hope that we're gonna have an amazing year. My aim is to post a new video every week. So hopefully I'll see you next week. For now, enjoy your life and see you soon. Bye.